down to flight deck. Fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Good evening, gentlemen and ladies, if there are any. Thank you for joining us. Me and Uncle John are sitting here, we're discussing this flight plan, and I said to him, wait, it's time, we need to start the stream. So apologies for having you wait for a minute. Hello, Geert, Christopher, Marius, UVP. Guys, so yeah, we're in the thick of it here with the route now, doing the planning. We're going to do the same flight from New Orleans to Houston as the other night because we need high altitude. I'm going to fly flight level 360. Hello, Michael. And Zibo, welcome. Thank you for watching with us. This is a special request flight from Zibo. No one else has got this version of the Zibomod on Earth except me and him. So I'm going to fly the flight, let him evaluate what he sees. He's probably going to give me some instruction to do somewhere along the way. But Uncle John, I'm with you. Are you watching my stream?
Just gonna watch it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So if you can quickly just reload your departure and arrival, make sure you're on runway 29. There is no SIDS, right? And execute that for us.
I've done that.
Okay. Then you go and you select ILS 13 right on the Bay 5 and the LEV transition like so. Then you execute that.
I put I put the Bay 5 in.
Yes, but you need to put the transition there, the LEV transition in there as well.
Bay 5 and the LEV, that's in there as well.
Yeah, look, I'll zoom in so you make a nice.
Let me stream so you can see.
Okay. All right, yeah, that'll help.
There you go.
All right, I just want to move it to where I can read it. Right, yes, and you executed that. That's fine, that's fine. So if you go to your route page now.
Legs.
Yeah, I've actually done that side. Legs is fine. Okay, legs is fine. Okay, so you have to click LEV and then click the top line. LEV. Then the top line. And then let me just quickly skip through. You can execute that, yes. So if we skip through this, we should now pass the airport. Okay, go for it. I'm watching. All right, then that's it. That's what it needs to look like. All right, so yes, and then you get the vector at end. Okay, it looks fair enough. Looks fine, Uncle John.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Sorted.
Right, so coming back to the stream and Zibo's request, he wants to see quite a few things, okay? We're going to look at the engine mainly, and the performance of the engine and things like that, and then we might actually even do a go around and then go and land. We'll see how it pans out later. But he asked me to just do a normal flight and let him just see everything that happens. So we're going to show you as much as possible, Zibo, and you know what to do. If you need to see something, you just send me your message if there's something specific. All right, next. Uncle John, can you maybe go to push to talk just for the stream?
Yeah, I'm going to do that then.
Okay, thank you. Right.
I'll push the talk.
Baie dankie. 1.8 on the reserves. Hit 36,000. That's fine. Right, as you guys can see, I haven't put up all the little funny displays and things on the screen because it's such a special stream. I don't worry about those things. We want Zibo and you guys to see everything, and so it's not necessary to have all those information display stuffs running there. Ooh, let me see. I probably need to go and click my buttons. Yes, go. Now the packs can load. And this is my test model. Ooh, flip. I need to check. Hold on. 11B, yes. Yeah, 11B. Okay. Right. So no Linda, all us. I need to keep my wits about me again. Right, I'm going to start my app here so we can get away very quickly. Right. Routes. That's interesting. What did I set up? I pushback then. Made a mistake there. Nope. Nope. Well, what we can do is just get a bit further for a better turn or something.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged.
Hey,
Call me through the
Krister.
menu when you're ready.
Yes, sir. Oh, we are 39%. Right, I think we're ready. We're literally just waiting for the packs to get on board and then we can go. Oh, 35. Challenge the guys. Your big trick there, I can tell you now, the biggest trick that you have to overcome is speed. You have to be prepared at in an early stage to be fully configured to land. Eh? It's like don't continue. Zibo is typing. Yes, sir. Hello, Asa. 8990. Almost there, guys. I'm gonna call that truck, so why not?
Ground to cockpit, toes driving up.
Beacon on. But it is a bit hot here. So leave the AP and air circulation on for a while. Yeah, I see a couple of guys like that.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all calls.
Check thrust mode on FT when enough will engage. Okay.
All doors, hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Right. So guys, please remember this is a test flight. This is not really for entertainment. You're seeing behind the scenes now. So if you see me do non-conventional things, please don't get upset or whatever you want to call it. You know, we're going to do things to make the Zibo better.
Tow connected, bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake.
Let's see. 100%. Must actually sit in a better position to see better. Hold on.
Ready to taxi.
All right, go for it, Uncle John. That's it, Asa. That's it. Right, I think I've got everything, so I'm going to push as well.
Starting pushback. Go ahead, start the engines.
Hey, Laurie. Welkom. Thank you, Thunder.
Started your icon sticker.
No. I did the planning through the VA, but I didn't even open the ACOS. Mister, you'll be surprised. My toolbox is here, my friend. It's here. I can hammer and screw drive a little bit. Yeah.
Operation complete. Set the parking brake.
All right. Okay. So that was
Connecting
engine
tow, stand
startup.
by.
Next page 3. It. So flaps 5, green light. And before this thing gives hassles, I might as well quickly calibrate it.
Tow is disconnected. Bypass pin's been removed. Hand signal on the right. She's all yours, Captain.
Thank you. But I'm about to start taxiing, Uncle John. Go there. One. Right, here we go. Brakes released. Let's go. Let's test. Fine. Equals fine. Okay. Here we go, Zibo. I'll try and keep my view zoomed in as much as possible onto that PFD so you can see everything that happens during that takeoff. Hello, John. All good, and you?
Approaching 29. On runway 29.
Just really get my sit here properly. Okay. This is KMSY, Christer. Okay.
On runway 29. On runway 29.
I'm typing to Zibo in the background here, guys. So again, I'm just reminding you, we're working. Okay. Right, once I'm in the air, I'm immediately going to zoom in on that BFD and we'll see what happens with that B now. And come on, day goes on. I hope you could see what you needed to see. Yeah, sorry, I'm concentrating so much on all my assignments. That's like a nice to have right now. Right, Zibo says the first test has succeeded. The thrust mode worked as expected. Hello, SK-san. Right. Zibo said that he has not modeled the stabilize engine model again. You know, when you go to 40% N1, you get the call stabilized at some point. So what happens is the EGT rises, it peaks, and then it falls down a little bit by a couple of points, okay? And he says that he has not modeled. I tried it twice now, hoping it was, but he says no, he hasn't done it yet. So he'll get to that. Hope you guys have got coffee. My coffee's here. I'm happy. I've even got a glass of water as well. Smoke tuna, mine worked as expected every flight thus far. I don't know if you have a problem or if there's something I don't know about. So when I approach the runway, I'm going to do the AT disconnect anyway. So if there is a problem, I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously using a different version to any of you guys are using, but let's see. Maybe if there was a problem, Zibo fixed it. I don't know. I'm not aware of that. Okay, Krister, thanks. Hello, Alex. That's fine. Smoke tuna, any funnies like that, always remember to do a reinstall. It's just so easy. Just get rid of any weirdness quickly. You doing all right, Uncle John?
Solid as a rock.
You don't have this new version yet, but I'm glad to hear that.
I flew this one this morning.
Good. Ja, smoke tuna, Krister, in his mention there of the install guide, I have all the commands that we recommend in the install guide, because you can put it on a button and it has 2 functions or 3 functions on the button. You know, so if you press it once, it disconnects the second time, it actually cancels the alarm, things like that. So just, you know, I don't know, maybe you used the wrong VREF, I don't know, what do you call it, data ref. Yeah, don't fly too far, because if this test succeeds, we're going to release this version. Okay, so make a short flight. Because if this works, you get this one.
I see Zibo hasn't heard and isn't on the picket line.
Not sure what you're on about, Mac.
Bowen's on strike, they're not doing modifications. Anyway, nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you, man.
The answer to your question, Lawrence, is yes.
Hello, Jacob. Jacob, that might be half of the story. The other half of the story is you need to cycle your flight directors after you land. You need to switch them off. I don't know any pilots that taxi with those things on. Once they land, those things come off. That's just how it is. So regardless of additional code issue, maybe the weight on wheels and other things like that, you need to switch your flight directors off between flights. It's not a question of necessary, it's a question of that's how everybody flies that I know. Everybody I know that flies this aircraft switches those flight directors off. And if you have a flight plan and there's no runway in that legs list, you have to cycle them anyway. You know, that goes without saying. It's part of training. It's how they taught. That's just how it is. Otherwise, it's not going to give you the correct mode. And that's exactly what you are experiencing. Because you don't switch off the flight directors between the flights, you're not in the correct mode. You basically stay in the descent mode the whole time, or you go into a standby mode for toga. The moment you switch the AT on, you go into toga immediately. Because you're in an escape maneuver. The aircraft's trying to save your life. Poof, and it just fires up those engines. No, that's correct, Lister. That's how everybody flies. Everybody I know, that's how I've always been taught. I'm just lazy in the sim, and that's why you don't really see me do it, because I never do a second flight. But I mean, that's how we were taught. Hello, Scotsman. No, it feels really nice, Thunder. It really feels nice. I just did the recalibration quickly just for my own peace of mind, just to make sure it's going to do what I expect it to do. And I actually enjoyed it very much. It was a really good takeoff. Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, Crester, well, that could very well be a mistake, but we'll do it when I land just for peace of mind, but there shouldn't be any hassle, eh? Shouldn't be any problem. Eh? I'm just reflying the same flight as the last time. We're going to Houston again, from New Orleans to Houston. The reason being Zibo wanted a high-ish flight, so we're going 360 and we can easily go 380 as we already know, you know, if we really need to go up. No, there shouldn't be an EFB setting, Krister, honestly. Not for something like that. Remind me before I land or after I landed, Krister and Jacob, let's do that test as we leave the runway, okay? Yeah. Correct, Peter. Very stable. Very, very stable. Yeah, that could be Krister, but only you will have to, or you will be able to help yourself. Just have a look in the guide, like you said. You know, I put the normal common ones in there, and it should work for everybody in normal flight sim gear. You know, normal flight sim controllers. Right, there's 360 Zibo. That was a nice climb. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Looking for me now. Absolutely, Asa. Well, I'm sitting here looking at the oscillations. I don't see any significant oscillating happening there. There's movement that is normal for any aircraft because we don't fly on rails, but there is no predefined sine wave. And that is what the oscillation, the porpoising is when you can
There's no pitch or roll moment.
No, there's
Even
nothing here.
with
Sorry.
That
Yeah, I'm busy typing.
crosswind.
It's nice. It's stable. You
Yeah.
can see there's movement. That vertical speed indicator is not stationary. You can see there's movement. But I mean, we're not on rails, so what do you expect? It's not a definable sine wave that it creates. There's no oscillation. It's stable. It compensates. You can see it's obviously riding the waves.
But in this particular case, you've got very stable winds in
Looks like it.
direction and speed.
Yes, yeah. Very lovely. It did, but it also did it in other phases of flight in some of the other versions, Jacob. So in my case, I was lucky sometimes and unlucky some other times. But we have to now do the whole flight, the whole test, and check again.
No, it was more a case, Jacob, when if you put the air brakes out, it stopped it from oscillating, I think, wasn't it, Nico?
No, in my case, it actually induced it, which is why it's funny.
Right, sorry.
No, for me, it actually induced it. For other guys, it stopped it, correct. But for me, it bloody induced it.
Yeah. The AMD flipping graphics cards.
Well, I read somewhere, I don't know if it was on Facebook or Discord somewhere, I read something that this crash to desktop was linked to NVIDIA cards, eh? So
Yeah,
I'm bloody lucky with my AMD.
Yeah, I know. I said that tongue in cheek.
Yeah. Jacob, Sasa also said it's a little bit overactive. But as you know, this is a work in progress. Zibo concentrates very much. He's got tunnel vision on certain aspects. And I've told you this before, he's not going to deviate unless he has to. So you'll have to wait a little while longer for him to, fiddle and fix all the quirks. Into Sims. Jacob, the whole... How many weeks is it now? 4 weeks? It's all about flight model and engine model. That's all it is about now. He's concentrating on flight model and engine model. He's not worried about anything else right now.
And last night, for instance, we know Zibo received update after a test by a real pilot.
Yes. Yeah. Remember, Jacob, they started from scratch with a new flight model and a new engine model. Absolutely from scratch. They threw out everything they did for the last 7.5 years and they started from scratch rebuilding this thing. And then they ran into problems. They had to revert. Then they came back. Then they reverted. They came back. They tuned. And, they have to find their happy place. It's all about the flight model and the engine model. I saw it came on my timeline. I haven't watched it, no. I haven't seen it yet. Right, guys, I need to start looking at setting up, so just bear with me. I need to quickly do this.
I believe you can take it that the Zibo has his own flight model. But
Yeah,
I don't know
Zibo,
whether it's
yeah.
100% all Zibo, but very little laminar input. So
Exactly.
any changes Austin has done from engine point of view is unlikely to have big effect on the Zibo currently.
Exactly. Very little, if any, effect. It's us versus them now. Right, okay, and we need to descend 2000. And for my own information, the 2200 is our go around. Okay, so it's not that far out. Right. Let's see, ILS 1113, that is fine. There's no VOR on my chart, so that's fine. 296. Oh, come on. Six. And 2990 there. 0 over there. Let's get the spreadsheet up. Let's quickly have a look. See. So altitude's 46. Temperature is 33. That's it. Now we sit and we wait. Absolutely nothing, John. It is stable as a rock tonight.
Couple of descent.
Okay, I'm 34 nautical miles from top of this. Probably, Jacob. Probably. If it's not in already, it will probably go in. No, sitting, thinking. No, I've got my eye here on Zibo's chat with me. He's also quiet, so he's probably thinking or coding or doing something again. I just want as much of this display that you guys see now on video. So if he needs to look back at something, he can see it, you know, proper. You remind me of my wife now, Peter. I don't know if I told you this before, but she always tells me I'm a radio personality, or I could be a radio personality because I talk so much. Yeah, it's very steady. The winds are also extremely steady. Look, there's almost no movement in the winds. So we're really lucky. Hey, Dave.
What's your current descent speed in the FMC satellite, Nico?
Mach 772.
772, okay, fair enough. Thank you.
I'm literally just pulling the speed brake for the test, just to see that we don't go into that sine wave oscillation. It is moving a little bit. There's not enough speed, excessive speed to bleed off, that I can really just leave it. You know, I'm interfering with it more than anything else now.
And what's that current N1 figure, Nico?
33.
Can you check your pressurization quickly or not? Bleed pressure. The bleed's right back. Okay. Yeah, that's... What's it reading now? Any ideas? Can you read it?
I suppose that's about 13. I don't know, that's 5, 10.
Okay.
That will be 15. That's somewhere in the middle, maybe 13.
Fair enough. It's just sufficient, but it's keeping its pressurization.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. No, looking good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Guess I've just created a bit of overspeed there. Let's just see what it does. Yeah, really good though. Really good. I'm happy. There's no general continuous sine wave to be seen. Nice.
Yeah, Zibo's performed his magic again.
I'm telling you, it's an alien.
Okay, Zibo says I must leave it alone and let it do its thing. He wants to see it run from top to bottom without me interfering. Sorry, Zibo. A little bit of turbulence there. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're coming down, that could be a new wind layer from
Yep.
extreme weather.
Yep. Zibo, this aircraft is performing exceptionally well. $64 tons.
What's your current trim out of interest, Nico? Number.
Five. Neutral.
Okay. No. with the descent rate, you'll notice that the speed is set in the FMC for descent. It's the speed of descent feet per second that changes. And likewise for that decrease of speed below 10,000, you'll notice it leveled off as a braking option. I think that's how it's supposed to happen, isn't it, Nico?
Depends on the approach, but in this case, yes. See, there's another step down. It's like it's stepping down.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be a level off for 7,000 as well. What's wrong? You okay, Uncle John?
Top of the bill, son.
Good. No problem, Christer. Christer just took me through the whole process. I usually land the way you say, but I need to then put my throttles where you have them. So where do you want my throttles not closed? Because I need to close it to land to do the flare proper and all those things. If I leave my throttles running, it's not going to come down the way we think it is. Okay. So after I close the reversers, do you want me to push the throttle slightly forward? Up to where do you want me to push it then?
Krista, just remember that just prior to shutting your reversers, that at reverse idle, you've got a minimum of 30%, so it takes a second for them to stabilize back to ground idle.
I think I understand what he wants me to do. I think I do, Krista. Let's see. Let's see.
On the approach.
Okay.
Good luck, Uncle John.
Anytime.
We don't have the correct ILS. Must be IP or Q. Right, we could see. Okay, so still picking up the down ILS. Okay. Should fix itself with turn around. I'll turn when the anticipation queue is about the horizontal there. I don't want to do anything manual. Zibo asked me to let everything go automated, Antonio. So that's why I gave the warning in the beginning of the stream, don't judge. Could be your eyes, could be the YouTube stream, my friend. I don't know. There's the right ILS now. Everything's stable. Welcome to Houston, Uncle John.
Kindly, sir.
Oh my goodness, I'll chase away everybody. They'll never come back to this channel if I have to sing. I've heard that a couple of times in the last couple of days, Michael. Zibo always used to say to me, as long as you enjoy it, I'm happy. As long as you enjoy it. Yes. Thanks, Thunder. Thank you, John.
Radio altimeter.
Gear down 3, green, landing lights are. Here we go, guys. Let's see if I can still land this thing.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Whew.
Approaching 13 right.
Thank you, Thunder.
Approaching decision height. Minimums 200. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
5,000 feet remaining. 3,000 remaining. 2,000 remaining.
Nice one, Nico.
Yeah. Krister, I'm in idle. I've cancelled my reversers. What do you see? Okay, let's go have a look at the throttles. Idle. Yeah, stable approach is nice to have, Thunder, you know. I don't worry too much about that.
I got 2 greats.
Good. Okay, Krister.
Krista, what throttles are you using?
That's a shame. No, just delete your Zibo, make a new one. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. So we haven't cancelled. We have not cancelled the flight director. Sorry, I forgot about that for a second. So you see now it wants to do the go around. See, it goes into takeoff mode immediately. Break it. Now, if we switch off the flight directors and we put on auto throttle, it ain't doing nothing because the flight directors is not commanding it at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your hardware throttles, you know.
The levers. Yeah.
Honeycomb, the levers.
Yeah. Or is it part of your Boeing yoke? Which levers are you using?
$41
I beg your pardon? Say again. Hold on. Old Zibo is also looking for me. Say again, Uncle John.
I'm at 41
Okay. Thank you, Zibo. All right, gentlemen. Zibo says it looks all good. He's going to compile it and then we can release it for you guys. Okay, so just give us a few minutes and then you can have this version. Thank you so much, Zibo.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bless you, Zibo. And Twixter.
Yes, and Twixter.
Yeah.
But for the purposes of the new version that Zibo have, that's got to compile it, you know, so that's why I focused there.
Yeah.
Right. Tweaky. Tweakster. Tweaky. You remind me, John, you remind me of something that happened a while ago. I had this friend, and he was flying with us here in South Africa, and we were flying all together and all. And his girlfriend or wife or whatever it was at that point in time, she didn't realize the mic was hot there on his side, and they did some talking, and the next moment she goes, "Thank you, sweetie." And with that poor guy, when he came back, everybody was going, "Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, sweetie." And we were sweeting this guy from front to back for days and days. Naughty bunch of boys. Uncle John, I just realized I'm not connected to the network of any sort, so I don't know where you are. I'm just going to park right here. I mean, I've done my job. I'm not even going to taxi any further. There's nothing to do. We made it.
Well, it's right in front here anyway.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Like I said, give us a few minutes. And then we'll release this version to you, and you guys can go have fun with it. Thank you for supporting us and being here with us. It really means a lot.
Thank you for your time and efforts, Nico. And knowing you enjoy it.
Yeah. Still, thank you. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.